welcome to FXStreet. If you like what we're talking about, if you like our videos, please join us on YouTube by hitting the subscribe button. Specifically, if you like what Akash and I are talking about, you can follow Akash at Mangyeko on Twitter and myself at Just Analysis One. Taking a look at Bitcoin, not Litecoin, but Bitcoin, had a pretty nice run up over the weekend. Of course, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that we hit new all-time highs, pulled back a little bit, and to that 60K level, bounced right back up. And now the question is, are we going to pull back even lower? When I'm looking at the daily Ichimoku chart, I see, we've dropped down below the Tenkan-sen and struggled to get back above it. Closed right on top of it yesterday, but otherwise it looks a little iffy in the short term here. This is actually a pretty good zone for it to find resistance and face a little bit of a pullback. Last week we discussed, a likely return to, or I discussed like a return to 54 to 55K to test the Kijun-sen as support. On the point and figure chart as well, there's an inverse, regular head and shoulders pattern that is developed, and that could trigger some selling pressure here. But on the whole, things remain very, very bullish still. I'm likely to look at it pushing new all-time highs again if it returns to 67K, not just because that's the all-time highs, but because on the technicals, on the $1,000 three-box reversal chart, that would be the breakout level here to continue on to new all-time highs yet again. To me, it looks a little weak here, like it might dip down a little bit to that 55 to 54K value area. But ultimately, if we get a close above the daily Tenkan-sen at 64K, probably going to just see it continue to move higher. Nothing here on the daily RSI composite index or the optics bands signal any major near-term weakness to me. Looks like it could continue on and keep moving. I don't know what you see, Akash.
Yeah, pretty much the same as you. Not a lot has changed since we last discussed Bitcoin. Right, so right now I have drawn this daily demand zone here ranging from 64,323 to 66,058. For me, I'm still looking at the dip into this demand zone here, which ranges from roughly 54,000 to 57,800-ish. But the only thing holding back Bitcoin from going lower is the 60K psychological level, which seems to have been like holding up the price pretty good. Right, so if we do close above this purple line here at 65,191, there are chances that Bitcoin continues its ascent and continues to go higher. But if 60K, if that doesn't happen and 60K breaks down, then I'm really expecting the dip into this demand zone here. Right, as for the upside targets, as you can see here, the first target is around 77,525. That's what I'm looking at, but you should also pay attention to psychological levels of the round figures at 70K, which is honestly not quite far away, but something to still look out for. So that's my take. And from an on-chain perspective, like honestly, right now Bitcoin is still in this zone here, which is from 60,000 to 63,000. So if we do breach below this, we're gonna head to an average price of 55,324. So any dip below 55,000 would make a lot of people, a lot of users about Bitcoin in this area underwater. So which kind of coincides with the level that we were looking at here. So it falls, it extends from 53 to 57. So 55 comes in between this. So yeah, that's about it. Nothing really interesting so far. It's just a waiting game.
It is. Well, thank you. Again, thank you everyone for watching. If you like what we're talking about, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.